Unboxing the Joy Player from APH.
Hello, my name is Amy Downard. I'm a proud teacher for the visually impaired for Honolulu District. Today, I'm working with CATT-NW, who's helped us so much with so many materials that we get for our students from the APH program that they sponsor the Center for Assistive Technology Training. You get some nice swag every now and then. So the Joy Player, this is an unboxing for this. And this is a music player that has buttons. Everything's so touchscreen these days that some kids can't handle that. So it's nice to have alternatives to that. So of course you get this wonderful booklet with all of these ideas and materials inside. There's a cable that I'll go over. This one you're gonna love, Velcro spool. This is the actual unit. I'll go over that. These are covers that cover some of the buttons. The plug so you can have power, and the cartridges that have the music or sounds you plan to put on the device. Okay? And that's the box. Okay, so what this does, it plays things. And so you have a play and pause button in the center. You have a left and right for a fast forward and rewind. The minus is volume down, 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 and plus is volume up, up, up. Sometimes I've used a marker just to make this more, just to have more contrast, okay? Because it's still hard to see the way it comes out of the box. And then for the plug, it is rechargeable, so you don't have to have it charged the whole time, which is great because you can put it different places. And you just plug it in the back here for the power, okay? And then after it's charged, you just take it out and then it's ready to go. So what are the covers? Okay, I'll go over the covers first. The covers are great because they can isolate the buttons that you want your student to press. So if we're just concentrating on the play pause button, I might want to take some of these other button dividers off and put on the cover. And I'd put it on however many. You just take off the one that's there, that little circle, and then you put on the cover over top. Okay. Probably not the play pause because we need to be able to hear some sounds for that. Okay, I'll put that back on. So that's the purpose of the covers, to isolate the buttons. Okay, I'm gonna take this cover back off. And then let's go over the back of the unit. So on the back, we're gonna start right here. This is the headphone jack, and it's nice and labeled so you can see everything. Headphone jack. This is the power, so you slide it on and off. You have two specialized switch buttons here. You have 5 switch buttons here. So what's so cool is that every single button has a switch option. So if this is too small, the buttons, then you can plug in a switch. This is one of the APH switches that you can get from the quota funds and also from CATT. And then if I want the play button, to play and pause, now I can keep the unit over on one side and press just this one switch, okay? Or I could have 2 switches and they feel different. These are actually, this is the same switch. It has a smooth cover, and when you take off the smooth cover, you have some texture. So you could have one for volume up and one for play pause. So you can have 2 switches, 1 switches, 5 switches, all kinds of switches there for that option. So that's the switch buttons to plug in your switches. Past the switches, we have the power. So that's where we're going to plug in to charge. And then we have a flash drive. So there's a cartridge that it comes with to play the music or the stories. But you can also just put in a thumb drive, you know, a flash drive. It's all the same thing, or an SD card. So look at all the options you have on the back. It's great. Okay, so that's the covers. Covers are finished. Put that there. The Velcro spool is great because a lot of students might have a wheelchair table or a stander that they stand in. Sometimes I'll even put this, bring it right over here. I'll put it on the back of a chair for a student if they want to stand up and do it, you know, to be able to use it. But you're going to find out that this spool of Velcro is like gold. I use it for so many things, but mainly for the Joy Player. And it just slides underneath here, all the way through, and that allows you to wrap it around whatever you'd like. So that is the Velcro spool that comes with it. You can also get this in the extra parts from APH if you need extra spools, so you can have it all over the room. Okay, so now we have it on. I'm gonna put these little pieces back. So how do you get music on here to play things? Well, this is how. You have a cartridge. This is the same cartridge you would get with the digital book players from the library services. And it's basically just a thumb drive or flash drive, but it has a circle so you can put your finger in it and put it inside. Okay, so I'm gonna plug this one in since it's not fully charged. And now it's playing music, and I can make it louder or softer, or I can pause it. Okay, so that's what all the buttons do once the music is on here. When you add the music to the player, you just use this one cord. This is a USB adapter, and so one end, it's kind of like a bigger USB. It goes inside of the flash, the thumb drive cartridge, and then the USB on your computer. And you just slide in, I just put some MP3 songs. I really like putting songs on this for some kids to build the interest. And you can also put stories that are MP3 stories from Bookshare or some of the other places that you get them. So that's the cartridge. And then you're ready to use the device. I think I went through everything. Also, just one last thing, there is a switch, a power link adapter that you can implement in this too, but I think it works pretty good just all by itself, just as the unit with the things that you have here to cover it up, or to implement some of the switches so you can isolate the actions just one at a time. So I hope you enjoyed this short video and enjoy your Joy Player. And thank you, CATT, for all that you do, CATT Northwest, to train us on all the assistive technology in the world. Thank you. Aloha.
CATT, Center for Assistive Technology Training Northwest.
The contents of this video were developed through a partnership with the American Printing House of the Blind, APH. CATT Northwest is based at the Washington State School for the Blind, WSSB. Logos, WSSB and APH. The contents of this video were developed under a contract authorized by the Department of Education. However, these contents do not necessarily represent the policy of the Department of Education, and you should not assume endorsement by the federal government.